So here we go again. I got no response from my executive support email. I sent an email to the CEO of Walmart. I even referenced the videos showing clearly that the poll that you're seeing on Walmart.com is a bait and switch. And before I call them, I'm going to show you. So if you look on the screen, you'll see the Zebco Dock Demon Spincast combo. So it's a Spincast reel comboed with a 30-inch pole. It's very specific, and the Spincaster reel is the kind of reel you push the button, and then when you cast, you let go of the button, and it releases the line for you. And I want to buy 2 of these for my kids. I have 3 kids, 5-year-old, 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old. Well, not for the 1-year-old, so for the 5 and 4-year-old. They want to fish. They've used friends of theirs similar fishing poles, and they did really well, and I would like to take them fishing. I need poles. So I was looking for specifically this because the one pole that friends of ours had for their kid was this same one, and I thought it was really great quality. So one of the first searches comes up is, this one on Walmart for $9 and change. Okay, so I click the link, brings me to Walmart, and it's actually showing for $11.81. Fine. Google is not Walmart. I understand that. So I'm not going to hold them to a price on Google, but I will hold them to a price on their own website. I'm clearly looking at this poll right here, which is very specific, and you can find this poll online listed exactly as this. No different. But when we click the link, it takes us to a spinner, which is not a spin caster. It's the kind where you flip the metal guy over, hold the string or the line, and cast and let go. It's more difficult for a child, 4 or 5-year-old, to use. And to top it all off, it's $17.76. Clearly a different price. And if you look at the description, it now says Zebco Dock Demon Deluxe Spinning Combo. So a spinner reel is the kind where you flip over the little rod and hold the line and cast. So clearly a different rod. This is bait and switch, clearly, and it is still on their website. I'm looking for one thing for a really good price, and instead of seeing that when I click the link, I see another rod for more money. They're obviously trying to sell this one. This is bait and switch. Now I sent an email, and you probably watched my other videos. I sent an email to the email address for the CEO of Walmart, and they obviously don't care that they are doing a bait and switch. So just to show you that there's no gag with this, I'm going to go on the search, and I'm going to type Zebco Demon Spincast Combo. I click it in search. Here it is right there, $11.81, listed with the one right next to it for $17.76, and a bunch of other ones, right? Even this one, the Slingshot Spincast Combo. The pole was too long. $9.88 is a great price. We should look at this one. You know what? We're going to look at that one next. So we're going to go ahead and click this one and see where it brings us. It brings us to the same pole for more money every time. Let's try taking off the combo, and it brings us to just the one we want, and you can see right here that it brings us to a completely different rod and reel. This is extremely frustrating and aggravating. I want to buy this pole at the price they're listed. They're advertising it at that price. I cannot, because when I click it, it goes to a completely different rod for more money. So I've got, my wife's phone, because my phone is dead. So I'm going to go ahead and call Walmart customer service and see what they have to say.
Thank you for calling Walmart.com. For Walmart and Sam's Club store locations, questions about our stores, savings catcher program, or the Walmart credit card, press 1.
No.
To track a Walmart.com order, press 2. For all other Walmart.com related questions, press 3. To hear this message again,
Three.
para asistencia en oprima el ocho.
Mm-hmm. Press 8 for Spanish.
One moment, please. For faster service, please press 1 to enter your order number.
Don't have an
If you
order
do not
number.
have an order number, press 2.
So I'll press 2.
For faster service, please press 1 to enter your order number. If you do not have an order number, press 2.
Thought I did that already.
For further support, press 1.
For
For
what?
all other existing orders, press 2. For assistance...
Don't know what
Your
that said.
satisfaction is important to us. You may receive a brief email survey after your interaction with our representative. We would appreciate your feedback.
This call may be recorded or
You really want my
monitored for
feedback?
quality or for other business purposes. Thank you for calling Walmart.com. We look forward to speaking with you. Hi, thank you so much for calling Walmart.com. My name is Sandy. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm on the Walmart.com website, and I'm looking at a very specific item. It is a fishing pole and reel combo. And I search for it on the website, and I see it listed in the list of hits, and it's listed for $11.81, and it's the Zebco Dock Demon Spin Cast Combo. The issue is when I click the link to try to buy it, it takes me to a completely different fishing pole for $17.76. The Zebco Dock Demon Deluxe Spinning Combo. Now, a spin caster and a spinner are two different types of rod. The one that I want is the one I see in the link that when I search that says spin caster combo, which is the rod and the reel. I can't buy it because every time I click on it, it takes me to a different pole for more money. This is a bait and switch. I want to buy the pole that I see listed when I search Zebco Dock Demon Spin Cast Combo, and I want to buy two of them for $11.88 and how it is listed on your website.
Okay, I understand. Thank you so much for that information. You have your phone number, please? I'm sorry? Okay, thank you so much. Can you ask your first and last name, please?
My first name is Don, and my last name.
Okay. Do you have a Walmart.com account, sir?
I do not.
Oh, you don't have. Okay. Okay, I'll be honest regarding with that one. Since those of you that didn't have a Walmart.com account, I wasn't able to see any information here at the end. But don't worry. Regarding with that one,
What-
let me assist you with this one. I'll
What-
just go to my Walmart website.
Yeah,
Okay?
so
Do
what
you
I-
have the...
What I'm gonna do, if you go to Walmart.com, I'm gonna tell you what to type in to search for, and it's gonna bring up the same thing. I've done it a bunch of times, and it's gonna bring up just the item I'm looking at, and then you can click the link on your side and see it go to a completely different rod and reel for a different price. So let me know when you're ready.
Okay, just a second. Can you find the item number there?
No, because when I look at the list, so like when I search, it gives me a list of items, and that's where I'm seeing the one I want for the price I want. It doesn't give me an item number. When I click the link for what I want, it takes me to something different, to a different item number. It is not the item number for what I want. So if you'll allow me, I'll tell you exactly the search string that I use that brings it up. You can click the same link and see where it takes you.
Okay, sure. Okay, so I'm ready now.
Okay, so
I'm
Zeb.
already here at the
All right.
Walmart.
So Zebco, which is ZEBCO, Dock Demon Spincast. What's that?
Is this link, sir?
What?
Is this a link?
No, this is a search string. So you're going to click on search, and I'm going to tell you what to search for, and it's going to bring up exactly what I'm looking at, because I've done it a dozen times, and it brings up the same thing every time.
Okay. So again, VEEZO.
It's Z as in zebra, E, B as in boy, C as in cat, O, Zebco, space,
Oh. Uh-huh.
doc, D as in dog, O, C, K. Next word is demon, D as in dollar, E, M, O, N.
Uh-huh.
The next word is spincast, one word, SPINCAST. And that's it. Search for that. You should get one item. It's a fishing pole. You'll see it's a red reel on a dark rod with a red and blue thing attached to it. And it should say 1181. Do you see that?
Oh, yes, I already got it here.
So click the link and see what it takes you to. It's going to take you to a different rod for more money.
Oh, yes, right. And what I can see here, $70.70.
Correct.
$70.70.
So you see the predicament I have. I want to buy the one that I see, which is a completely different rod by description, 100%, because the other rod it takes you to is a spinner, and this is a spin cast. That's completely different. I want the one for $11.81, and I want to buy two of them.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let me see what I'm going to do here, okay? Oh, yes, you're right. What's
Yep.
happening?
I appreciate you looking at the link for me to see this. It's been difficult trying to get somebody to see what I was telling them about.
Don't worry, I'll try my best for this one, okay? Just please stay on the line.
Okay.
Hello, sir?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for patiently waiting. Okay, yes, you're right. And honestly, there is a problem on the website. It's the price error. That's why it's happening. Just want to ask, do you want this item?
So-
the that is for $17.76.
No, I want the Zebco Doc Demon Spincast. It's a different rod. So when you look at the list, when you search, that is a different reel and rod than the one it takes you to. It's a different, completely different. The one that I'm looking at is a spin caster. Very specific. There's a button on the rod. You hold the button down. You swing the rod, let go of the button, and it casts. The one that it brings you to is a spinner. You have to hold the line, flip the casting rod, and then swing it and let go of the string. Very different. I want the Zebco Doc Demon Spin Cast combo. It's very specific and different than the item that it's taking me to. That's the problem I see. So the pricing error, I don't buy that because it's a different item. It's different. I want a Zebco Doc Demon Spin Cast combo. That's what I want. I don't want a spinner. I want a spin cast. Totally different.
Okay.
So
Okay, sir. Well, regarding with that one, I'll be honest, sir. Is honestly, this is an error of the website, so we cannot manipulate this one. We cannot control the website. That's why I search for reference and provide another information. But since you said you really want this specific item,
yeah.
Unfortunately, sir, I cannot guarantee you that you can make placing an order here. But the other option here is, if you want, you can place the order for the $17.76, and you'll pay that for the same amount of $11.81.
So here's the problem. I hear what you're saying, and you can't control the website, sure, but your website is telling me that I should be able to buy a Zebco Doc Demon Spin Cast combo for $11.81. whether it's an error or not, I have seen this, and it's been a few days. I've actually emailed corporate executive care, and they haven't bothered to get back to me. And it's been a few days, and it is still up on your website. I've already notified your corporate location that there's an error. They haven't fixed it. It is still there. I am still seeing that I should be able to buy a Zebco Doc Demon Spincast combo for $11.81, and that is what I want. You are offering it on your website, therefore you must provide me the ability to buy it at that price.
Okay, don't worry. I'll try my best with this plan, okay? Just for clarification, you really want this spin cut combo and not the deluxe spinning combo.
Correct.
Okay, right? Only the spin cut. Okay.
Correct.
Perfect.
To make it make sense for you, are you there? Hello?
Yes, I'm still here.
So I'll try. So you can understand why this is important to me, because things are important for different reasons for people, and it might not make so much sense why I'm making such a big deal about this. So I want you to understand that. So the type of rod and reel that I'm looking at on the list is very specific because it's very easy for a child who is learning to fish to cast that rod, because it's a button and it's less involved and very simple. I have a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old who have both used spin casters that our friends' children have, and they can use that. I would like to go fishing with my children. They cannot cast a spinner. They don't know how. It's more technical. It's harder to do. And it's not something that is great for starting a child off when fishing. The Zebco Doc Demon Spincast combo is actually a rod and reel that one of our friends' kids, they got for their kid, and it works very well. And I was looking specifically for this rod and reel. That's why I know it's different. And it's important to me to get this rod and reel because I want to go fishing with my children. And now I see it at $11.81, and that's the price it's advertised on Walmart.com. So that's why it is very important to me to get that rod and reel, and that's the price I see. So that is the price I want. That's why it's important to me. So just so it makes sense. So when you're speaking to somebody, you know that I'm just not a lunatic trying to get a random fishing pole for some odd reason.
Yes, I understand. I really understand that. Oh, thank you so much for the information. Okay, so I'll try my best if we can do something here, because if it's actually the website, sir, and I'm going to ask for account specialist regarding with this one for me to be able to, for you to be to place the order. Okay.
All right.
Just a second, okay?
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I'll try my best with this one, but I cannot guarantee you.
That's fine.
But I'll try my best.
Whatever
okay?
you can do, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, just a second. Hello, sir?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for patiently waiting. Okay, I'll be honest, sir, as of now, I cannot take action with, for placing the order for you, but what I'm doing right now is escalating, this issue to a higher department.
Okay.
And so that we could take action for the website, sir. And within 24 hours, you will be able to receive an email confirmation regarding what the product
Okay.
you've been ordering now.
Okay.
Would that be fine?
That would be good. I appreciate all your help.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Just wanna clarify first your email address first. Can you please provide your email address?
Sure.
Okay, thank you so much. So that is
Yes.
okay. Thank you so much. So is there anything else I can assist you? And again, I'm really sorry for the inconvenience.
No,
Okay, so
I appreciate.
just in case you didn't receive hesitate to call us back, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much for calling Walmart.com. Again, this is Sandy. Bye for now. You have a good night, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much, too. Bye for now. Take care.
Bye. So, I could get really angry and yell and scream and put up a big wahoo and be like, this ruins my life. And I'm going to tell you a little secret, just so you know, and from experience, because in my past, I have been in upper management of big box retail. And in the position that I have been in, I was a guy who got the complaints from people. And I can tell you that the people who bit my head off and screamed and pounded and threatened to call corporate and even went up the ladder and blah, 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 whatever else, myself and anybody else they talked to only did the bare minimum of which would solve the problem. Okay? So yeah, if you put up a big stink and you scream and you kick and you whine and you email corporate and blah, 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 and you do all this stuff, you'll get the bare minimum to solve the problems. Your problem will get solved, but you'll get only what is necessary to solve the problem. So when somebody would call me with a real issue, maybe we did make an error and it did cause them some inconvenience and everything like that. And if they were like, hey, listen, I know things happen, and I was just wondering, is it possible you can help me out? And whatever you can do, I really appreciate it. When somebody called me like that, I was like, oh my God, I want to give this guy the thing for free. and that was my feeling. Like, and I didn't give it away, honestly. Nobody's going to give you anything for free for being nice. But the thing was, I did more. I did more because I was like, oh my God, this person with a real problem called me, was nice to me, and asked me nicely what I can do for them. Holy cow, I'm going to do whatever I can, right? And I can give you an example that I had a customer that purchased a product, and the product was ended up being out of stock or something like that, or damaged. This is a long time ago, and I can't remember totally, but so there was an issue with it, or it was damaged when he got it, or whatever the case may be. And he was like, the person was like, well, it could be, it's just, it's a little bit of damage and blah, 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 blah. And it really doesn't matter what the issue was. He was really nice. He was really understanding that things happen. And all he did was say, listen, I'd appreciate anything you can do for me. So I was so happy that guy was so respectful of me that I gave him a discount on the product. And he was like, I gave him a pretty good discount. I gave him like a really good discount. Let me just put it that way. It wasn't like free, but it was more than 10%. It was more than 25%. It was a good amount. It was a dollar amount. And I was just like, I'll tell you what, I'll give you this much back. And the guy was he was speechless. He was speechless. And he was like, oh, wow, oh, I didn't expect that. And oh my, okay. And I said, so at the end, he says, like, wow, I mean, why such a good discount? And I said, I'm going to be honest with you. The situation that you presented to me is a real situation. We goofed. We screwed up. It was our fault. Plain and simple. And you were very nice. And you were very respectful. And you said, please. And you said, thank you. And you were very nice. And I deal with a lot of shit all day long. But when somebody's nice to me, I want to go the extra mile. And let's just say it's courtesy for being a very nice person. And that guy was beyond happy. And I know I went off on a tangent on this, and it's silly and whatever, but just, when you're being wronged in a situation and you're getting nowhere, there is a point in time when you do unleash the asshole. But not in the beginning, and not when people are doing their job. In the beginning, do your best to follow what they can do. Be really nice, and give them the understanding of why it's important, because the biggest thing is people in retail, and again from experience because I was there, can't see why something is so important to somebody who's buying something. We don't know why a trinket could be the most important thing in the world. To us, it's like, it's just a stupid whatever dollar thing. Why are they making a big deal? Right? But when you explain to them, hey, listen, this is important to me because of this, then they have a reason, they have an understanding, and I believe that customer service people should understand the why behind the need, and, you know, they don't always, not many do, but if you can give them the why behind the need, and they can understand why it's important, and you ask them to do whatever they can, and you thank them for what they can do and what they've done, and you don't give them a hard time, you're more likely to get a result. And just simply asking, listen, I understand that, you know, you can do what you can do, but anything you can do, whatever you can do to help me out, I'd really appreciate it. That's going to get you more results than being like, I got a burger, and a burger, and so, like, if you go back and look at my other video when I was on the chat and I was getting a little snarky on the chat, I had already gone through like 3 people on the chat who refused to understand my situation, who refused to hear me out, who refused to look at it in the way I was trying to explain to them. And I'll admit that chat was probably not the right thing to do, but it's what I tried, and it is a point of customer service, and it's a total failure on Walmart's part. In that case, be snarky, because that's a failure. At any rate, I'll keep you updated, and hopefully get these rods for the price that I'm seeing right here on the screen, right in front of you. You're seeing the same thing I'm seeing. This is live on their website right now. The customer service person that I spoke to saw the same exact thing and had no words to even speak to what they were seeing. They tried to say that it was a pricing error, and it's clearly a completely different item. And I hope that Walmart will actually come through and do something that correct and provide me the product I'm trying to get at the price that I'm seeing it listed as. I'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching, and have a good evening, day, night, or whatever time you're watching this video.